So I trust you guys to do what you're being asked to do. All right? Don't start texting other people. If you do that, you will possibly ruin it for the school. We are being videotaped. I did ask for a principal to come in today, but she's in a meeting. And so when Mr. Waters came by, it was like, perfect, we'll see how we set this up and see if it works. So do what you're asked to do and only what you're asked to do. Okay? Make it so that in the future, part of your legacy is you were a group that helped usher in a new way of doing your work through technology that you already had. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Should for this time. Everybody willing to follow those rules?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Some of you have phones, some of you do not. That's fine. What you are doing, it's a new program called, fairly new, called Scavenger. It's spelled S-C-V-N-G-R. If you have a Droid, which I think you do, if you have a Droid phone or an iPhone or an iPod Touch, where you can get onto the Apple iTunes store, you can actually download the app for those two phones. However, it works with any phone through text messaging. Let me give you its history very quickly. The oldest person in the company is 24. They started it last year because one of the people, while they were going to college, they were tour guides for the city, which I think was in Boston at the time, is where they went to school. And the second person that started it worked in a museum. And it was like how they put their way through school. And what they started finding was when people would come to town to go on tours, everybody would follow the normal path, and certain places had thousands of people or hundreds of people in the museum at one piece of art, and then there were thousands of pieces of art that had nobody looking at it. So what they did for the museum and then for the city where they were doing the tourism was they put together this scavenger hunt, like an old-fashioned scavenger hunt, which you guys may not know anything about. Mr. Waters and I do though. And you used to be given a list of things that you had to go look for, and you were given clues on where to find them. Okay? So what they did in this museum was they gave clues about these pictures and places that they could go. Sometimes it was stuff like take 5 steps this way, turn right, take 20 steps this way, and then you'll be at this place. But what they did for the museums was it spread out the crowd so that everybody got to see more stuff. So they did that and that started in like February last year, I believe. So I found out about it over Christmas and thought, I think I could use that in the classroom. Some of them you take pictures, you text the pictures to certain places, or you can email the pictures, and then you have this collection of stuff that you're supposed to see. Others of it, it's just pure text. And it's like a contest. What you're going to do when you get in your groups here in about 2 minutes, you're going to be given the starting point all at the same time, and you get points for how quickly you find the information that I'm asking you to find. Okay? So you're kind of competing against each other, but it's all fun. All right? There are 8 questions, and with each question comes a clue that you're going to look for, and then after that, I can't remember what they call it. It's a clue, and then it's like a, I think that you'll find it when the text comes to you, it'll come to you. When you get there, when you think you have the answer, you're going to text that answer to this number. I believe it's that number. And when you text it to that number, you'll be given a new clue if it's correct. And then you move on. If you get it wrong, it's going to say, oops, sorry, you got it wrong. Basically, try it again. Okay? Don't try any question more than twice. Okay?
What number?
I'll give that to you in just a second. All that stuff. Okay? All right. Now, on a very personal level, for teaching in my class, on a very personal level, I'm really wanting to see how this will work for our English language learners who are learning the language and trying to find particular things when they read. Later on, I want pictures and stuff, and that may get done in this class, depends on how everything goes. So you guys are kind of that sample group, okay? But it is stuff through history that we have to know anyway. We're going to do some China background today. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Get with groups no more than 3. Find the people that have a phone. Get together. And when you get together and you're done, raise your hand.
help when you look for this stuff.
I'll show you how you do that. You have a search option.
What?
You search. Bottom of the search.
Wait.